Detroit newspaper, go to the police department. And the police department will share with you its records. And you will see W.D. Farad, Mr. W.D. Farad picture on the newspapers back there, in the newspapers, being arrested. And the charges against him. You will see that. You'll see his picture in their newspapers. And he was their leader, not Elijah Muhammad. Now, I don't know why Muslims outside of America, especially those who propagate the religion or devote themselves to the teaching of the religion, just won't accept that Elijah Muhammad had a teacher from outside America that claimed to be a Muslim and claimed to be from Mecca, teach him what he was taught and establish him, appointed him to be the leader, and left him with the problems. I don't know why they can't accept that. That's the fact. Donald Elijah Muhammad was the son of a Baptist minister, a small Baptist minister from Georgia, my grandfather, called William Poole, later Wali Muhammad. He was the son of that Baptist minister. He wasn't a church-going son. He disagreed with the preaching of the preachers. He was what you would call a black sheep in the family. He rather spent his time out on the streets with his buddies, laughing and talking and drinking, than to go to church. That was Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But not a bad man. Never was he arrested for stealing or doing anything like, no, not a bad man, but just an African-American that couldn't find no comfort in the church. Or in the way they were preaching. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I heard him say with his own mouth. He said, I couldn't accept the way they were preaching the Bible. Meant that he thought it should have been preached differently. So he finally met a man who agreed with him. Say, this is wrong. He accepted that man. And that man gave him something he called Islam. And Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he never hardly got out of Georgia except to come to the factories of Detroit, looking for a better financial situation for himself and his big family. He never knew anything about Muslims. He never knew any Muslims. So here's his first contact with Muslims. Somebody calling themselves Muslim. First time. He knew about Noble Drew Ali, but he wasn't following Drew Ali, as some of them think. I met some of their leaders, and they say, your father was a member of our Moorish Science Temple first. We know it because that's our affairs on his head. Farad called his temples, or his places, temples after Drew Ali. And he also gave his first followers, the men, affairs like Drew Ali was. That doesn't mean that they were Moorish American. No, Farad just used that. He used what Drew Ali had used. Yes. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad